Good morning. It's Monday the 11th of, I checked the date now, I've forgotten what the month is. It's Monday the 11th of April. Another month is absolutely flying by, isn't it? Hi, my name's Amanda and this is my channel, Mrs. G Makes. Welcome. Today's video is all about unboxing the latest So Hayley Jane subscription box. I saw that some people had received theirs over the weekend, and so I've had to avoid watching any of the unboxing videos because I don't want any spoilers at all. So I hope if you're a subscriber that your box has already arrived as well and that you're able to enjoy all the lovely contents. In case you don't know, I subscribe to the luxury box, so this unboxing will be the luxury box for April. I remember seeing some of Hayley's stories last week that the boxes were very full, I think particularly the luxury box ones, and that they were struggling to push them down, sort of get them sealed. And sure enough, I can feel that that is really full. That's only happened with one other since I've been subscribing, and that was the tie-dye jersey that we had. So I'm wondering if it's a jersey fabric that's in here. Right, I'm going to be making a bit of noise now while I take the packaging off the outside mailing bag. So I'll skip through that for you so you don't have to listen. Yes, that is a very full box. Look at that. Yeah, very full. Before I start on that, I'll just mention that today I am actually wearing a me-made item. This is the Tilly and the Buttons Billie dress, and I made it using So Hayley Jane fabric from one of their boxes. I can't remember when it was it January box maybe? And I'm absolutely delighted with it. I've been wanting to make it for a very long time, so when the box came with the pattern in as well, that was just like a dream come true. This isn't fabric that I would have chosen, which again is one of the reasons why I like the So Hayley Jane boxes, because it introduces you to different fabrics, pushes you out of your comfort zone, and it's just a little bit different, you know, and for me it's absolutely perfect. It is the most comfortable dress. I've filmed some footage, so I'll pop that in at the end of the video. So I've just done that with me walking up and down in here and doing a few twirls so you can see it. I lengthened it, I think I put a couple of inches on the length. And after I made this, I noticed that Andrea from Beyond the Pink Door had done a very good sew along video, and she mentioned that at the end that on subsequent dresses that she'd made, Billie dresses, she'd actually made adjustments to the neckline because she felt like it was sort of choking her, and I can understand what she means with that, and I would be interested. I'm going to revisit her video if I make another one. It's not the end of the world. I wear it absolutely fine, but like sitting here now, I can just feel it there where the neckband is. So that's possibly the only tweak that I would make to any future ones. But I went for the big puff sleeves. I decided if you're going to do it, you've just got to do it. And I'm so pleased I did, because it just adds a little va-va-voom, you know, it takes it from being a bog standard jumper dress to something just a little bit more. And I've worn this up and I've worn it down. So I've worn it with a nice pair of shoes. I say nice pair of shoes, still a flat pair, but this, I'm just rambling now, maybe I won't put this in, but I can wear it with pumps and I can wear it with shoes as well, and it looks equally as good. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I made it using my overlocker, So that was quite a thing for me. I used the sewing machine where it said to, in basting sort of different components on. I think there was possibly the neckline we had to baste on and the bottom band. But other than that, I used my overlocker, and it survived. It's been washed and it survived. Nothing has fallen apart, no seams have come undone, so as far as I'm concerned, it's a winner. Anyway, we're not here for a review of the Billie dress, we're here for the unboxing of the So Hayley Jane April box. So let's have a slurp of coffee and find out what's inside. Here we go. Just, well, bursting, like I say, it's really bursting at the seams here. Open it up, beautiful yellow tissue paper as always. In my luxury box, I normally get 3 to 3.5 meters of a different fabric to what's in the classic and mini boxes that Hayley also sells. I also get a pattern, which the other boxes don't get. But then I do get 5 fat quarters, and there's normally a sewing related gift as well. But I'll pop a link below and you can go over to the So Hayley Jane website and you can look at the different subscription levels and what you get in each of them. Oh, so sorry, I said ooh. I've seen the fabric. This month, magazine that comes with it each month, and number 41, Pastel Perfection. So that gives you a clue as to the contents inside. There's always a lovely introduction from Hayley, and I noticed that her picture in the front here is actually of her wearing a dress that she's made using exactly the same fabric as I'm wearing today. Yeah. And I'm not going to read all the blurb because she does say what all the contents are for the different boxes. There's an interview with Seasons of East. They are a new on the scene pattern company, and that's where this month's luxury box pattern is from. Okay, so that'll be interesting to read about them. There's a discount in there for So Hayley Jane subscribers with Seasons of East. Make of the month is the Lyra dress from a lady called Emily from See You at 6. She's made, that's her dress that she's made there. Then 3 boxes, 3 makes, and so 3 lovely ladies each receive one of the boxes. One receives a mini, one receives a classic, and one receives the luxury box, and we get to see what they've made using the fabrics that are in the boxes. So it looks like the mini and the classic boxes have got a viscose linen, and oh, that's beautiful. Esther has made, look at that lovely top. So the fabric in the luxury, in the classic and mini boxes is a plain one. And that is, Hayley put a poll out recently to see what people would like, whether they would like a plain box, plain fabric sometimes. And I think quite a few people did vote for a plain. So it looks like that's what they've got. I will say to you that my fabric is not plain in the luxury box. Gemma has made a jumpsuit with her luxury fabric, and Laura has made a Sew House 7 Burnside bibs. Look like dungarees. So there's obviously different colourways, because Esther's got a blue that looks like a sage green. Actually matches my nail varnish this month. So every month, Tamlin from Sewn on the Tyne, she has a feature with ideas to use up fat quarters, because every box contains fat quarters. And this month's pattern is actually for a fabric covered notebook. What a lovely idea. That's nice, isn't it, that? I've never done that. Maybe I will. And you get detailed step-by-step instructions on that. Then there's Hayley's little links, things she's been reading, what she's been watching, pattern pics. And this month's profile for the So Hayley Jane subscriber, obviously, in case you'd forgotten, I was the profile of the month last month. So go back and watch the March video if you want to see me getting all overexcited at seeing my picture in the magazine. And so this month is actually Adele. And I do follow her YouTube channel, So for Serenity. So there's lots of questions that Hayley sends. If you've been asked to be the profile of the month, then Hayley sends you questions to answer via email, and then you get time to write your responses. So I'll be looking forward to reading that later with a cup of coffee, all about Adele, learn a bit more about her. Some pattern pics, makers gallery, and then a little bit at the back, new bit, which is, it's been here for a few months, what's in the box. So you find out what's in all of the different boxes, and then some ideas about what to make. So that is that. And then some other information as well. Oh, it's bursting with information this month. I've got loads to read. Coffee time. Before we dive into this very full box. I watched somebody else's unboxing video recently. I'm sure it was only about 10 minutes long, and I'm like, how did they manage to do it that quickly? They don't do all the ramblings that I do. I always say, why use 10 words when you can use 100? And that pretty much sums me up. I kind of go the long way around where I want to get. I get there eventually. Actually, I'm going to finish that off because there's only a tiny bit left. If I leave it, it's going to go cold. Finished. Let's have a look at the additional items before we get onto the fabric. So there is a little bag here. Not sure what is inside. Sometimes it's buttons. Ooh, that is very handy. So lots of little safety pins. They are really, really handy. I use those a lot. And in fact, she says, looking down at her very messy desk that you can't see, I've got a box of these out. Maybe I put them away. But I just had a box out, and they actually belong to my mum. I inherited her sewing box, and I was using them the other day for my son's hoodie cord had come out, and he asked if I would put it back in. So I use those all the time for things like that. Or when I'm making project bags, then I attach the drawstring cord to one of these to feed through. Very useful, thank you. I've also, shall I tell you a little story actually? Years and years ago, I must have been 17, 18. If I was 18, I was only just 18. And I went to a summer ball. And I was wearing a dress. I bought a new dress from Dorothy Perkins, and it was peach colour, and the skirt was pleated, and then the top just like got a V. Must have been like a wrap, maybe a faux wrap, something like that. I think it was a faux wrap. But of course it came down a little bit low, and I've always been a little bit challenged on the chest front. And my mum's sort of like classic saying was very often, oh, I think you need to pop a vest on underneath that, you know, if we wore anything that was a bit too revealing. So I can remember that my date for the night was actually sat on the sofa, all dressed up in a dinner jacket, suit, you know, looked absolutely amazing. And I'm in the kitchen with my mum. She's got a safety pin, determined to put a safety pin here to obviously make sure that I went out looking decent. So I went out to this summer ball with a thing, paper, safety pin, keeping my, making sure I was decent. And I would do exactly the same now if my daughter, if I thought that hers was a bit low. Yeah. But at the time I was mortified. I was like, oh, please, Mum, no. So, yeah. Anyway. The other gift that we have, and reading a little bit of the blurb at the front of the magazine, let's see what Hayley says about this. She says she wanted to include something a little different in the boxes this month, something to heighten our senses. So she got in contact with the Bolio Candle Company, who are local to me in the New Forest. The classic and luxury boxes will find a set of pretty wax melts in rock salt and driftwood to help you create a gorgeous air of tranquility whilst you sew. I'll have to dig out my wax melt burner. Oh, these are little hearts. Look at those. They are the most beautiful pastel pink hearts. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 in there. Oh, that is so nice. We need smelly vision. I wonder if one day there will be smelly vision. You know how years ago no one would ever have imagined that there would be you know, mobile phones that we can connect to the internet. Nobody believed there'd be internet, let's face it. Look how far technology has come. So I do wonder if, we joke about smelly vision, but who knows, there could be something. You never know, do you? You never know. Right, onto the fabrics. That's what we're here for. Fat quarters. These are the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they are gorgeous. These colours remind me of my sister. And I think I need to make her something with these. We're a bit sad here at the moment because, and actually this is quite fortuitous really, that honestly these colours just scream my sister totally, especially that one. And we're a bit sad because on, oh gosh, I've lost track of the days now, they've all merged into one. Thursday, I want to say. On Thursday, we had to say goodbye to a much loved family pet. So Lily was actually my mum's dog. If I can, I'll pop a photo of her up here. And it's 6 years. We've just marked the 6th anniversary of my mum passing, just at the end of March. And Lily was diagnosed with a heart murmur last summer. And believe it or not, she was nearly 18 years of age. And for the last 6 years, following the death of my mother, Lily has been living with my sister and her husband. And she has had the most amazing life. And for 6 years, she has been going on holiday, you know, in the UK with my sister and her husband. And they have taken her everywhere. They discovered all the dog-friendly restaurants and cafes. And she would go with them wherever they went. And she was just... she brought so much happiness to so many people. And they'd actually only just returned from holiday last weekend when she took a turn for the worse, almost sort of immediately upon their return. And yes, on Thursday, very sadly, we had to say goodbye to Lily. So we are all feeling that loss. It was like the last piece of our connection with Mum. But obviously none more so than my sister and her husband, who just have dedicated the last 6 years to looking after her and making sure that Mum would have been proud of what they were doing. So when I open this box and I see this fabric, I'm going to make something, don't tell her. She watches my videos, but it will take her a while to catch up with this. So hopefully by then I will have made her something. What do you think I should make? Ideas, please put comments below. And I'm going to make her something with these fat quarters. So we've got one with triangles all over. The one that I particularly liked was leaves and flowers. There's this stripy, green stripy one. With some spots. And again with like little flower patterns. And this one's rather fun. Elephants, hippos, all sort of jungle animals, lions. It'd make something nice for children, wouldn't it? So they're the fat quarters. Now on to the fabric. Wow, that's all I can say about this. Wow. Are you ready? Oh, there's more. Oh my goodness, there's more under the thing. I'm going to be here all day. Oh, let's book in for lunch, shall we? This is a long one. Look at that fabric. So it's a jersey. Let's go back to the magazine. This is... right. So this is a lilac cotton jersey. Lilac cotton jersey. Look at that. With leopard print stripes in different colours. That is, that's rare, isn't it? This, I can't see me making something like the Billie dress in this. Oh my goodness, the sweet treat this month is chocolate eggs. How many have I got? 2. Yum. Yeah, I can't see me wearing a Billie dress in this. But I'm sure they'd make very nice pyjamas, wouldn't they? That will... a t-shirt. Let's see what the pattern is that came in the box. See if I might make something with that. Oh, look at this. So not only have I got mini eggs, I've got 2 beautiful pastel pencils. Look at those. I'm not really a pastel person, I have to say. I'm much more of a bright sort of jewel tones. But I do like pastels. And again, my nail varnish actually matches this pencil. So that says eat, sleep, sew, repeat. And that says born to sew. I love those. I love those pencils. Thank you. That's really nice. We've got some Gutterman thread in matching colourway to the fabric. And then this Seasons of East sewing pattern. Now again, this is very different. Last month's pattern presentation was different. It was like an A5 envelope that closed with Velcro, which I thought was brilliant. I'd not seen that before. And this is completely different as well. So this is a beginner project. It's a slouchy, relaxed t-shirt. It's designed to be worn off the shoulder, so will be perfect for warm spring days. This is a super easy pattern, very quick to sew, and an ideal project for a beginner. Okay. Can you see it, slouchy tee? Maybe. Maybe. Can you see me in a slouchy tee? Maybe I just, because I'm not sure what to do with this fabric, maybe I could just give this a go. So this goes from a size UK 8 to 20, a bust of 33 to 45. It's very oversized, so even the finished garment measurements for the 33-inch bust, the finished garment size is 48 inches. And the waist, again, for a size 8, the smallest size, 26-inch waist, but the finished garment measurement is 45. So I don't really do big oversized things. I'd be really tempted. I'm definitely not a size 8, but maybe yeah, I might. Maybe I think I'd do a smaller size, just so that it's not so falling off me. Different, but what I was saying about presentation. So this, completely different. Look at that. It comes in a bag. It's nice printed bag there with, you know, London, the London Eye, Shard, Big Ben. And then all your pattern pieces are in there. It's a tight squeeze, and I will say, as much as I like the different design, that's tight. Got the pattern book, the instructions. And then all the paper pattern pieces in there. But yeah, can you see that doesn't come out easily, does it? Ooh. Imagine once you've tried to refold those. I'm not criticising because I love the idea of this, but I do think maybe that's a bit too snug a fit. Particularly when I think, like I say, I trace my patterns, but once I've traced them, I'll be folding these back up, and you never get them as flat, do you? Will I actually be able to reuse that? Ooh. I can't get that back in. There we go. Not a criticism, just an observation. Unusual way of presenting a pattern, isn't it? So, this fabric, I can't say that it's something that I would go out in, But then I might have thought that with this. Again, give me some ideas. But I do think this might be my opportunity to try making some pyjamas for myself. I would say I'd make something for Amy out of it, my daughter, but I'm planning on using my fabric from the Beyond the Pink Door subscription box that I got last month for her, because it's a peachy colour, and peach is a colour that she tends to wear. So I'm not giving her lots of fabric. But yeah, I think pyjamas maybe would be good for this. PJs, or trying out this pattern. But I'm open to ideas. Let me know what you think, because you always come up with good ideas. And you see things differently sometimes to how I do. So, you know, let me know what you think. And if you had this fabric, what would you make? Ah, what a great start to the week. Things can only get better after today now, because I've had my So Hayley Jane box delivered first thing Monday morning. Wonderful. Anyway, I'm going to pop that footage in now of me wearing this dress so that you can see what it looks like. And I'll try and be back on soon with another video of what I've been up to recently. All right, take care everybody, and have a lovely day. Bye for now.